The time by Carrie Chris is 6 p.m. Time for CBX Business News. The Business News Headlines is brought to you by CBX Wealth Management, making more possible. Hello and welcome to CBX Business News for Monday, July 28, 2025. I'm Yanil Wood. Thanks for joining us. Can you believe we're only 4 days away from the end of July? Coming up in the newscast locally, Don Webby hailed as a transformative leader in business, sports and community development. On the regional front, Ghana launches first ever premium-free rice crop insurance program. And on the global stage, US and EU reach trade agreement to avert tariff escalation. Stay tuned as we unpack these stories and more right after this break.
Wealth is not simply counted in dollars or cents, but in the time we spend with love, in love, giving love. Wealth is not simply a means to an end. It is the means to live out loud. Wealth is more than money. It's about family, the memories you create, the legacy you leave behind, and your ability to enjoy life in the moment. It's also about seeing the CBX possibilities and seizing investment opportunities to achieve the future you want and deserve. Which is why CBX Wealth will focus on your investments so you can experience more. Because true wealth is truly more. To start investing today, call 876-926-7767.
Introducing the Corporate Services Unit, your go-to experts for corporate secretarial solutions. We offer statutory compliance, efficient minute taking, registered office address services, management of board and members meetings, setup and maintenance of corporate registers. Stay ahead with our proactive approach to new regulations. We operate under the Trust and Corporate Service Provider, licensed to the JCSD Trustee Services Limited. We're here to simplify your corporate journey, no matter the size of your company. Contact the Corporate Service Unit today and let's streamline your compliance journey together, because your success is our business.
Gardening coming along well.
Thanks, man. You know, it's a long time I've been working at it.
I can see that. I saw you mail by the gate, so I'll pick it up for you. But tell me something. Why are you still receiving dividend checks by mail?
What do you mean about that?
You need to give JCSD a mandate.
You know, me hear about the mandate them. I'm going over there right now.
A mandate means giving instructions to the Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, JCSD, relating to the handling of your dividend or interest payment. There are 3 types of mandates. The first is a bank mandate. The second is a hold mandate. Lastly, we have what we call a third-party mandate, with which the investor may wish to send their dividend or interest to someone other than the parties on their account or institution of their choice.
How may I assist you today?
I want to open an account for me and my son.
That's great. Let me see your documents. I understand you want to know about our savings account. Let me show you a few accounts and the benefits of each account.
Why do you need so many documents from my mommy?
It's called KYC, Know Your Customer. This helps us to protect you and treat you right. Thanks for the documents. Take a look at this brochure. Let's discuss savings accounts. A savings account is an interest-bearing deposit account. Customers with savings deposit accounts are covered up to $1.2 million per ban, so you don't have anything to worry about.
This financial literacy tip is brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, promoting financial inclusion. For more information, visit our BOJ Real Talk playlist on our YouTube channel.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances Limited has been a part of Jamaica's manufacturing landscape for over 20 years. By crafting unique flavors and fragrances, we have become a part of your favorite household and food items such as beverages, ice cream, household cleaners, and much more. Known throughout the Caribbean for the highest quality, we continue to innovate with strong leadership, a dedicated team with integrity. We go the extra mile for our customers. Create the next taste sensation. Contact us at 876-9235-111 or visit our website, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn pages.
It's feeling so good right now. Feeling so good right now. Yeah, yeah. It's feeling so good right now. Feeling so good right now. Yeah, yeah. It's feeling so good right now. Don't never, ever, ever wanna calm down. Oh, no, no. Yeah, yeah.
I'm Candice Ming, Marketing and Public Relations Manager at Recycling Partners of Jamaica, and you're watching Caribbean Business Exchange.
We get it! We get the big contract! 50,000 units a month for 3 years! Great, but we need help.
If you are a business owner that requires capital for the expansion of your business, talk to a registered broker today to find out more about listing your company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, an efficient alternative to other financing options.
Thank God for the Jamaica Stock Exchange Junior Market.
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
Are so much book you need for high school?
I'll show you how to make sure you have all the money for my books and even some extra. It's called budgeting, Dad. Making a budget is the most important thing you can do to track your money. It keeps a record of how much you make, how much you spend, where you spend it, and most importantly, how much you can save. Write down all your income, write down all your expenses, see where you can cut down and allot more money to more important things, like saving.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances. We started out as a small family-owned business, and now we're a part of a large group of companies. Being listed on the stock exchange allows us a certain prestige. It also speaks to accountability and transparency. We had some fears about getting our information in the public domain, but once we contacted the Jamaica Stock Exchange, who have the knowledge and the experience to guide us, we were comfortable with getting into the process. If you have any doubts about being listed, just give the Jamaica Stock Exchange a call. They'll be very happy to take you through the process and also provide you with information that you may need. Make that call now.
Been coming along well.
Thanks, man. You know, it's a long time I've been working at it.
I can see that. I saw your mail by the gate, so I'll pick it up for you. But tell me something. Why are you still receiving dividend checks by mail?
What do you mean about that?
You need to give JCSD a mandate.
You know, me hear about the mandate them. I'm going over there right now.
A mandate means giving instructions to the Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, JCSD, relating to the handling of your dividend or interest payment. There are 3 types of mandates. The first is a bank mandate. The second is a hold mandate. Lastly, we have what we call a third-party mandate, with which the investor may wish to send their dividend or interest to someone other than the parties on their account or institution of their choice.
The local news is brought to you by Derriman Trading, better from the start. Development Bank of Jamaica, facilitating economic growth and development. Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, tease the senses. And Pulse Investments. Welcome back to CBX Business News. Now for the local news in detail. As attributes continue to pour in for esteemed businessman Honorable Don Webby, OJCD, who passed away on the weekend, CBX News highlights some of his accomplishments in the corporate world, in addition to his impact in the sporting arena. First, we begin with a statement from Grace Kennedy through its Deputy CEO of Grace Kennedy Financial Group, GKFG, Stephen Whittingham, who is also Jamaica Stock Exchange's chairman.
It is with profound sadness that Grace Kennedy acknowledges the passing of our retired Group CEO, Don Webby. Don was a remarkable leader who embodied selfless service, unwavering integrity, and a deep love for his family, Grace Kennedy, and his beloved homeland, Jamaica. His visionary leadership and dedication to nation building have left an enduring mark on our company and our country. His legacy will live on in the countless lives he uplifted and the generations he inspired. The entire Grace Kennedy family extends our deepest condolences to his loved ones and all who are mourning his passing at this difficult time.
That was Deputy CEO of GKGF, Stephen Whittingham. According to BusinessOnline.com, Don Webby was a transformative leader at Grace Kennedy, one of Jamaica's largest and most diversified conglomerates. Since becoming Group CEO in 2011, he drove the company's growth through a clear strategic focus on international expansion and innovation. Under his stewardship, Grace Kennedy expanded significantly in the global food and financial services sectors, achieving a balance of organic growth and strategic acquisitions. After joining Grace Kennedy in 1995 as Group Finance Manager, Webby's leadership has been pivotal in major milestones, including the acquisition of Catherine Speak, LaFay Foods in the U.S., and Consumer Brands Limited. Notably, his efforts helped grow revenues and solidify Grace Kennedy's footprint in key international markets such as North America and the United Kingdom. Mr. Webby was not only integral in building businesses, but he played a pivotal role in building Jamaica's sports, as well as investing in young people. President of the Intersecondary School Sports Association, ISA, Keith Wellington, shared with CBX News the work Mr. Webby did with the association and the development of sports.
For us at ISA, Don was much more than just the CEO of one of our corporate sponsors. He was more like family. He was somebody who invested his energy, his thoughts into the well-being of the organization as a whole, but certainly young people that we were trying to help. His love for sports was genuine. And so when we got involved in any sponsorship arrangement, he viewed it not as an expenditure. And he has always said that it was always about an investment in the young people of Jamaica. We know that he got himself involved in various sporting activities. He would have presented the Webby report to West Indies cricket regarding governance. And for us, he was interested in ISA and how ISA developed as an entity that was recognized for its effort, but how we could ensure that we were more efficient and that our governance policies were of the highest standard. So for us, we are going to miss him, not necessarily because he gave us so much assurances where financial support was concerned for champs and cricket in particular, but because of the genuine interest he had in the development of young people and the fact that he would do anything to ensure that whatever resources that are required and that he could assist in providing was available to ensure that we were able to do the best that we can at all times.
That was President of ISA, Keith Wellington. And may his soul rest in peace. Small business owners contemplating expansion may now have another light at the end of the tunnel, as the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, and the Exim Bank have partnered to offer a special loan program designed to assist small businesses to grow their domestic and export markets. The owners may access up to $3.5 million for exports. The local news is brought to you by Darriman Trading, better from the start. Development Bank of Jamaica, facilitating economic growth and development. Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, tease the senses. And Pulse Investments.
We're here to open a savings account for my son John. I really want him to start saving and managing his own money.
And I need for Save to visit my father in New York.
Okay, based on what you said and our risk assessment, he will qualify for simplified customer due diligence requirements. I'll need your ID, proof of income, TRN, and John's ID as well.
Okay, here you go.
Opening an account is easier than you think using simplified customer due diligence requirements, also called CDD.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances Limited has been a part of Jamaica's manufacturing landscape for over 20 years. By crafting unique flavors and fragrances, we have become a part of your favorite household and food items such as beverages, ice cream, household cleaners, and much more. Known throughout the Caribbean for the highest quality, we continue to innovate with strong leadership, a dedicated team with integrity. We go the extra mile for our customers. Create the next taste sensation. Contact us at 876-9235-111 or visit our website, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn pages.
Let's all get fit. This summer set drip. Hip dips and split. Power in the mind. Let's get healthy with it. Sometimes your body's so hard, but your body wants it. And then your head is so home, and it's so like this. So we gotta go 1, 2, 3. One more now. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. One more now. 1, 2, 3. One more now. 1, 2, 3, go.
FESCO started from 5 shareholders who believed that they could execute a fuel company as good as ours, better than any multinational. The director shareholders always believed that the dealers within our network should be owners of the company. They believe that staff should be owners of the company. And specifically, also believe that the public should become shareholders. That cannot be facilitated by a bank loan. Our experience so far has translated into additional customers. Our transparency has allowed us to access credit easier and at better rates. So if you're a private company thinking about growing your profits, having better access to capital, I really think you should consider listing on the junior or the main market. Go ahead, have that conversation as soon as possible. We did it and we're very happy.
Caribbean Dreams, instant turmeric tea. What you put in is what you get out. What you put in is what you get out. Yeah. Build up your body, boost up your brain. Take on the world now. Say bye-bye pain. Caribbean Dreams, instant turmeric tea. Be good to you. Caribbean Dreams, instant turmeric tea. Distributed by Amalgamated Distributors Limited.
Hi, I'm Nielsen Rose, host of Let's Talk Stocks, reminding you that health is indeed wealth and time is really money. Why not spend a little time with us? Weekday mornings, 9 to 9:30 a.m. for your daily dose of business, economic, and investment insights.
Me grew up and see my granny save her money under her mattress.
Exactly. Okay. Your grandmother house never burned down? No, how you reached that, so?
That was a one-off thing.
That could have happened to anybody. That's why you must put your money in a financial institution and protect it.
What if the bank crash?
Well, that's where JDIC comes in.
What you mean?
JDIC is a financial safety net which provides coverage for your money in case your financial institution fails.
Explain that to me.
Alright, because of the JDIC deposit insurance scheme, once you put your money into a financial institution like a bank or building society, you can get coverage of up to a maximum of $1.2 million per deposit of your financial institution if it should fail. And for even more information, you can visit their new website at www.jdic.org, and you can follow the social media platforms for the latest information.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
I'm trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
I'm also trading stocks to achieve my financial goals.
Start a conversation with the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Check jamstockx.com for information and a list of registered stockbrokers. You can also call the Jamaica Stock Exchange at 876-967-3271 for information on how to begin. I am achieving my financial goals.
I'm achieving my financial goals.
Mikey, is what sweet you saw?
Yeah, dear babes. Where's the Cathy? Me and you go party tonight.
Party? You secure your future yet? Careless.
Did you know that over time the stock market has provided a reliably high return on investments? Be sure to contact a licensed stockbroker for more information on this exciting investment opportunity.
Taking care of business, Mikey?
Yeah, Cathy. I'm securing my future. Want to come look over my stock portfolio?
The Jamaica Stock Exchange, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market.
If it were not for the Jamaica Stock Exchange listing, Phosphate Company Limited would not be where it's at today. I called them, they listened to my concerns and my fears, and they gave me the answers. All the fears I had about banks, about losing control, you are having them. And I tell you, they were dissipated when I spoke to the Jamaica Stock Exchange. This is one of the best decisions I have ever made in business. If you want to change the trajectory of your business and to grow, make that call today to the Jamaica Stock Exchange. You will be glad you did.
Wealth is not simply counted in dollars or cents, but in the time we spend with love, in love, giving love. Wealth is not simply a means to an end. It is the means to live out loud. Wealth is more than money. It's about family, the memories you create, the legacy you leave behind, and your ability to enjoy life in the moment. It's also about seeing the QMAX possibilities and seizing investment opportunities to achieve the future you want and deserve. Which is why QMAX Wealth will focus on your investments so you can experience more. Because true wealth is truly more. To start investing today, call 876-926-7767.
Let's all get fit. This summer set drip. Hip dips and split. Power in the mind, let's get healthy with it. Sometimes the body's so hard, but everybody wants it. And then your head is so home, and it's so like this. So we gotta go 1, 2, 3. One more now. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. One more now. 1, 2, 3. One more now. 1, 2, 3, go. It smells so good right now.
Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances Limited has been a part of Jamaica's manufacturing landscape for over 20 years. By crafting unique flavors and fragrances, we have become a part of your favorite household and food items such as beverages, ice cream, household cleaners, and much more. Known throughout the Caribbean for the highest quality, we continue to innovate with strong leadership, a dedicated team with integrity. We go the extra mile for our customers. Create the next taste sensation. Contact us at 876-9235-111 or visit our website, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn pages.
Welcome back. Now to news from across the region. In a landmark move, President Dr. Irfan Ali officially launched Guyana's first ever crop insurance program for rice farmers, offering premium free coverage for over 6,000 farmers across regions 2, 3, 5, and 6 for an initial period of 3 years. The program is backed by a unique partnership between the government, the Guyana Rice Development Board, GRDB, Indian agrochemical leader UPL, Costa Rica, and Philip Morris International, PMI.
We can rely on this government with partners like UPL, with individuals like Jai, researchers, scientists, and Philip Morris International, that we will do our part in advancing this cause. Today marks a milestone moment in our agricultural sector. We also know that what the perils are associated with crop failure. We all know how floods and pest infestation can devastate crops and leave farmers struggling to repay their debts and without the finance to go back into crop. For years, we have talked about crop insurance, but little traction was made. Until now, this is what makes today so historic. We owe it to those who feed our nation to ensure that they have a cushion should misfortune visit them.
That was Guyana's President, Dr. Irfan Ali. Meanwhile, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa also added that they're the first country in the entire region that is launching a product to cover their rice farmers. It is not just risk reduction, it is about empowerment, he said. The 3-year insurance scheme covers losses from extreme weather events, notably flooding and drought, 2 of the top threats facing Guyanese rice producers. Notably, agricultural premiums are fully subsidized, meaning farmers pay zero upfront costs. Aligned with Guyana's broader climate smart strategy, the program is part of an ambitious package that includes investments in drone-based farming, high-yield rice varieties, new irrigation infrastructure, and bundling smallholder farmers into clusters for shared logistics and inputs. President Ali also issued a direct challenge to commercial banks to reduce borrowing costs for insured farmers to between 3.5% to 5%, with government subsidies covering the remainder to 0% interest. The Caribbean Investment Forum CIF 2025, hosted by the Caribbean Export Development Agency in partnership with the Government of Jamaica, the CARICOM Secretariat, and the European Union, EU, is set to position the region as a strategic destination for global investors. Under the theme, Smart, Green, Connected, the 3-day forum offers a curated platform for high-level dialogue, investment showcases, and deal-making across priority sectors. The Caribbean Investment Forum 2025, set to take place in Montego Bay, Jamaica, will feature an impressive lineup of distinguished leaders and innovators from across the region and around the globe, each bringing a wealth of knowledge, strategic insight, and actionable solutions aimed at transforming the region's economic future. Among the headline speakers is the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Prime Minister Holness is expected to speak candidly on Jamaica's evolving role as the regional anchor for investment and economic integration. His address will underscore national priorities and highlight Jamaica's strategic position as a gateway for investors seeking access to Caribbean markets. Also presenting is Alicia Little, the dynamic CEO and co-founder of AI Innovation, widely regarded as the queen of AI in the Caribbean. Her session will explore the powerful intersection between fintech and artificial intelligence, an area poised to redefine the digital economy across small island states. Ms. Little is expected to spotlight innovative business models and regional talent that can compete on the world stage. And bringing a global trade perspective is Pamela Coke Hamilton, Executive Director of the International Trade Center. Coke Hamilton will speak to the region's readiness for export expansion, trade facilitation, and capacity building, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, seeking to scale internationally. Now, collectively, these speakers represent a strategic blend of public leadership, private sector innovation, and multilateral development expertise. Together, they will set the tone for a transformative conversation at CIF 2025, focused on accelerating growth, embracing innovation, and unlocking the Caribbean's true investment potential. Now to trading news from the TTSE. 20 securities traded on the TTSE Monday, of which 6 advanced, 5 declined, and 9 traded firm. Leading the winners were One Caribbean Media, Unilever Caribbean, National Enterprises, and Massey Holdings, while leading the losers were Point Lisas Industrial Port Development, Grace Kennedy, Prestige Holdings, and Republic Financial Holdings. Other results of the day include the All TNT Index advancing by 3.91 to close at 1,459.05. The Composite Index advancing by 1.29 to close at 1,007.51. And the Cross-Listed Index declined by 0.21 to close at 73.42. And still remaining at 96.08 is the SME Index. And we go for a short break, but please stay with us as Nielsen Rose is up next with our International Business News segment.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. In the international news today, on Sunday, July 27, 2025, over in Scotland, US President Donald Trump and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced a major trade agreement aimed at preventing a potential trade war. The deal introduces a unified 15% tariff on most EU exports to the US, including automobiles, semiconductors, and pharmaceuticals. Von der Leyen emphasized that the 15% tariff would be comprehensive, replacing existing industry-specific tariffs rather than adding to them. She also noted that duties on metals would be reduced and managed through a quota system. However, President Trump stated that pharmaceuticals and metals would be excluded from the agreement. However, President Trump stated that pharmaceuticals and metals would be excluded from the agreement, highlighting a discrepancy in the details. As part of the deal, the EU committed to purchasing $750 billion worth of U.S. energy and investing $600 billion in the American economy. The agreement also includes expanded market access for U.S. goods, notably military equipment. Discussions regarding tariffs on wine and spirits are still ongoing. The United States and China are expected to extend their current tariff truce by another 3 months, according to a report from the South China Morning Post, citing unnamed sources. The extension would maintain the pause on new tariffs, which is currently set to expire on August 12. This development comes ahead of the third round of trade negotiations set to begin today in Stockholm between U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng. The previous 2 rounds were held in Geneva as both sides work to avoid a renewed escalation in their long-standing trade dispute. Secretary Bessent expressed optimism that the talks would lead to a formal extension of the truce. In addition to tariffs, the discussions are expected to cover broader geopolitical issues, including China's oil imports from Russia and Iran, highlighting growing U.S. concerns over sanctions compliance and regional security. China's fiscal revenue dipped by 0.3% year-on-year to 11.56 trillion Chinese yuan in the first half of the year, with tax revenues falling 1.2% and non-tax revenue rising 3.7%. Fiscal spending increased 3.4% to 14.13 trillion, slightly easing from the earlier growth rates. Meanwhile, foreign direct investment (FDI) flows into China dropped 15.2% to 423.23 billion. Despite overall decline, high-tech sectors such as e-commerce, pharmaceutical, aerospace, and medical devices saw strong growth. Regionally, FDI from the Asian countries Switzerland and Japan rose significantly, while inflows from UK, Germany, and South Korea also posted gains. Elon Musk has confirmed that Tesla has entered into a $16.5 billion semiconductor supply agreement with Samsung. While Samsung did not disclose the other party to the contract, it did disclose that the contract began on July 26, 2025 and will run through December 31, 2033. The announcement comes just days before Samsung is set to report its second quarterly earnings, where it expects profits to drop by more than a half. And those were your international business stories. After the break, join Neil for your recap.
Welcome back, and now to recap our top stories. In the local news, Don Webby hailed as a transformative leader in business, sports, and community development. Over on the regional front, Ghana launches first ever premium rice crop insurance program. And internationally, US and EU reach trade agreement to avert tariff escalation. Those were the stories making today's CBX Evening News. On behalf of Nielsen Rose and the entire production team, I'm Yunil Wood, wishing you a splendid evening, and thanks for watching CBX, your region, your business, your source.